Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. We are going to be playing as the Astra Militarum against the Blood Angels. This is always a very hard matchup, so we'll see if our opponent knows how to counter us and blow us into the ground. It's definitely possible. I have not played against this player before, so I'm not sure what his tactics are. But we're playing Strategic Command, 2,000 points, 80-point target, 8-turn limit. And with this matchup, instead of doing Rugel Dorms, I want to try the tank variant here. So I've got the tank commanders with the standard kits. I've got 2 commissars because you know how I love my momentum builds here. And then I'm going to go with Punisher and Plasma Cannon Lehman Russ tanks, because I think that's going to help us. And then we're going to do 2 Armored Sentinels with the Heavy Flamer, and then I only had enough for 2 Cadian Shock Troops, and I gave them the bayonets to be able to do a little bit more damage to the Space Marines if they get into combat with us, because with that armor piercing, that should help us do some bonus damage. Now, my thought with the Punishers is most Space Marine armies are going to be based around jump assault marines and then hellblasters. That's usually your go-to. Some people like to do terminators too, which can definitely be a real nightmare if they get behind you. So my thought is the Punishers, the Punishers with the plasma cannon. I think the plasma cannon should have enough range where we can hopefully use those to shoot down hellblasters, or I could end up using the tank commander to snipe out the hellblasters as well, and then the Punishers can sit there and take out any assault marines that come after me, and then even do a little bit of damage to terminators if they attack us. And then we also will have the option to do double las cannons if they attack us, which can be nice, because the other thing that most Space Marine players can do is they know they have an extremely cost-effective unit against us. Well, pretty much everything of theirs is a cost-effective unit against us, but the one that can be really obnoxious that I am actually worried about is if he goes with the land speeder, either a land speeder or a land speeder tornado build. That would be a nightmare for me with these double Punishers, because they're going to be able to outrange me with the multi-melta weapon, which will do significant damages to my tank, and then be able to move away where I'm not going to be able to get my Punisher cannon into close enough proximity. So that's my one fear about this build that's going to make them a lot harder to utilize compared to the Rugel Dorn variant, but we'll see what we can do here. And you can see he is doing the land speeder build, it looks like, and he's got his assault marines here. Now, interestingly, he looks like he's given them inferno pistols. I mean, they're definitely a very good weapon, and they give you a zone of control. But it's a lot of resources that he's investing. Yeah, see, there's another multi-melta land speeder over here. That one's a tornado variant. But for the most part, I don't think that the Inferno Pistol variant to the Assault Marines makes a lot of sense, because it's so much more points. And he's taken the advantage here because he's captured all these spots here. Let's execute. And let's move you up 1. The big thing is I just don't know if he's going to have Hellblasters over here. So let's just shoot there to get their Overwatch gone. I can move you up 1, move you over here, and start getting ranged crit chances. And we'll move you up to soak up Overwatch and also capture points, so he does have Hellblasters. Now, it looks like he actually has the regular Hellblaster variant. I mean, that will help him kill infantry and still do decent damage to tanks, but damn, I would much rather have the heavy incinerator variant if I were him. So let's see, he's keeping them behind cover there, which is kind of a pain in the ass for us. And then he's got double land speeder over here, and they're hiding behind cover, so once I move past these buildings, he'll be able to shoot into me. Alright, well, let's move you back. Let's start buffing everybody's crit chances. So now the question is how do I want to do this? Because I've got dual tank commanders here. So I think I still want to do the Punishers. I can do that. I feel like that's kind of a waste. So let's just use the heavy bolter to finish him off. And what are the chances he has Overwatch here? I doubt it, but we'll see. Oh, nice. Alright, that's good. So that's huge. So that choked up the Overwatch from the Hellblasters. Now the next issue is this. Ah, he's got more Hellblasters here. I can't say I'm terribly shocked by that. Yeah, it's decent damage. Ah, he's got Terminators over there too. Well, let's do you. Alright, so you took out 2. I can do double las cannon shot here, and that took out one of the Terminators. And then I can shoot into here, I guess. Maybe you'll be able to get a squad wipe at this distance with all your bonus attacks. You did. Barely. I can run you up to here and capture this point.
Awaiting your orders.
I can run you up to here and probably get attacked by the land speeder, I imagine. Yep. Ah, and it got a hit. Alright, well, I think we want to just take out the tornado. If I can. I'm actually more worried about them than I am the Terminators. Ah, shit. Alright. I'll move another tank up here, because the big thing is I just don't want them to deep strike me and get rear attacks. I'll roll the dice. Nice. Alright, that's huge. That's huge. That's a really good roll for us. And with that, I think I feel pretty comfortable coming up here and taking this point. He's got the Hellblasters. We took out a Hellblaster there. We've taken out a Terminator. We took out a Landspeeder Tornado and 2 Assault Marines with Infernal Pistols. So that's pretty good for us. I want to have my Commissar close enough too, because he's going to bring those Terminators in here for sure to start smacking down my tanks.
Search and destroy.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Now the next question is,
Got your armor right here, sir.
can I get you close enough to attack anybody over here? And I actually don't know the answer to that. I think I actually want to bring the Armored Sentinel over this way. So either he brings guys in over here to shoot into the Armored Sentinel or jumps them. And we can use that to our advantage. We've got the Tank Commander. Yeah, see, I can just not get great line of sight here. So let's just bring you over to here and have you shoot into the Hellblasters. Nice. Man, we are just landing some attacks today. Alright, they're almost dead. I think we want to save that against the land speeders. Question is, where do I want to move these guys to? I mean, I think we want to move up in advance. You're still out of range. If I move you up 1, I think you will be in range. I can take out another Hellblaster, which would be nice. I assume he probably has a Sanguinary Priest up there that he's going to heal. So I think I should just go with guaranteed kills. Kind of feel like we should keep the commissar back here in case he tries to deep strike. That guy's in cover. Yeah, so this has been a pretty good turn for us here. Taking out one Terminator, one Landspeeder Tornado, two Hellblasters, two Assault Marines with Inferno pistols. Yeah, that's a good amount of damage. I mean, he still has a lot of forces out there, so I'm just not sure what they are yet. Alright, we've got all of our tanks turned at an angle, so he won't be able to get rear attacks on us. Yeah, those dang, yeah, deep striking. I figured as much. He's coming over here. I'm surprised he deep striked there. He might have actually just been able to charge in. Attacking. Yeah, almost took him out. Somebody's jumping. I hear jetpacks. Alright, Assault Marines, which again have... Yeah, he's giving them all Inferno pistols, interestingly. He's bringing the Terminators down to try to lock guys in. He's got more Assault Marines over here. It looks like he's shifting them to the other side. Alright, he's using his Assault Cannon, which is good, because that means he won't have it available to attack my Acadians. Now he's bringing that land speeder over here to be able to shoot and then also take cover, so that makes sense. Yeah, that damn land speeder over here is just going to keep hiding that corner and poking out. But I think this should allow me to tie up our points now. Yep. Nope. It would have been if you didn't have points, obviously. So we're getting closer. Alright, so we've got these Terminators here. So I'm going to have the Commissar here come solo them. Nice evasion, because he's getting bonus evasion with the Acadian shock troops being nearby. Alright, good.
Awaiting your orders.
Now, he has them angled straight down, which means he doesn't have a zone of control against my Punisher here, so that was a little bit of a mistake on his part. Alright, and now those guys are dead. The question is, what do I want to do here? And I think with all the attacks and model kill, I've broken his zone of control. So I think I want to actually just move you up one and start shooting into these guys here. So I think you should be able to squad wipe them. Nope, you couldn't. 52. What if I move you up one? Oh, right. That's huge. We're getting awesome rolls here. Way better than they should be. Well, I wonder if you can shoot this guy. 65? Oh my god. Alright, well. With that, I think these little Acadians here can come here and stab them in the back. Oh my god, that's huge. We're doing way better than we should be. We should not be landing all these attacks. Well, let's advance you up to here.
Victory through discipline. What next, sir?
I gotta keep the Commissar alive, so let's just kind of do something like that.
Armored Sentinel ready.
Alright, this guy is injured. Doesn't look like anybody's nearby that I can fight. Let's just advance you, I guess. Alright, we can see another land speeder. If I move you up to here,
Through discipline.
I think we may just do double attack here so I can kill that damn land speeder. Nice. Well, I hate to waste your plasma cannon. That guy is hiding in the corner way out of range. The plasma cannon can actually shoot into the hell blasters. And he took out a couple. I probably should have done this attack first and then done the hell blasters, because that gave me more crit chance and let's see, you can't even see him.
Understood.
Well, I guess I'm going to just surge. And I'll just set up Overwatch here, knowing that he's going to attack you. I mean, I can set up Overwatch here.
Victory through discipline.
But then I'm going to need somebody to protect his rear.
Ready.
So I think what I'll do is swap out the Sentinels.
Sentinel on the move.
And if I move you to here, you should be under protection. You can come over here.
Armored Sentinel
You can
ready.
flame here. Won't do a ton of damage, but any little bit will help. Turn you here. What I don't want is for him to just run down here and capture the point I've left behind.
What next, sir?
I think I'm going to have to move these guys up, because the big thing is I don't want him to charge attack my tank commander,
Whose day are we ruling today?
because the rear is exposed.
Awaiting your orders.
Victory through discipline.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'll advance you.
Advance.
Because I don't think he's going to be able to take out that tank commander next turn.
We'll light them up.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Alright, that should work. I'm not sure what else he has. I mean, he clearly still has forces, because we haven't seen enough points yet. Alright, so he's got a Hellblaster, which we know about. I hate to have him attack at such a distance, but I needed him to... I wasn't sure if he was going to advance forward or not.
Quarry spotted.
Alright. Oh no! Poor Commissar is definitely dead. Alright, so he used his tier 2 ability to summon in an assault squad, so not only do they get to jump in and get a charge attack, or that's considered a charge attack, but they then have a full action point. Okay, he's got another set of Terminators, that's where all of his points are. Okay. And he's gonna come after that Punisher that's almost dead. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming he's gonna kill the Commissar instead of trying to kill the Lehman Russ over there. And then he's trying to get over here to be able to capture that rear point, I think is what his thought process is here. Alright, we're closing the gap in our points. Yeah, see, you're locked down now. I guess we're just going to shoot into the assault squad. And then you I mean, we could rear attack there, but I think I would rather just take this guy out. And now we can capture the point back.
Whose day are we ruling today, sir?
And so again, he's facing my one tank, but if he would have had it angled into that upper left-hand corner, then he'd have a zone of control on both my tank commander and my Leman Russ. But by only facing the one direction, it means that the tank commander is open on the side, and he can just run away. So he's got a little bit of bad positioning here. Actually, I think what I can do is just move this tank commander over here to snipe this land speeder down. Nice. And then
Discipline.
I'm having some trouble selecting my units here for some reason. Looks like we're due for another execute. I could bring him over.
Advance.
I think what I will do is just do this instead.
Sentinel on the move.
There you go.
Your life is the Emperor's to spend.
And then we'll bring you guys over here.
Under orders.
You're there. And we'll start to advance you over this way.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
I think I still want to advance further. And we'll advance here and turn you there, because that should protect your rear. Alright, now we got these Terminators over here. I can't move my Punisher, or it'll get killed. I could do the charge. The Blitz, I guess they call it. Alright. Decent. Okay. Alright, you did some. Alright, I guess we'll just turn you to there. That guy is gonna die.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Alright, so he's got Hellblasters left, Terminators, some sort of HQ unit, a land speeder.
Armored Sentinel,
I don't think that's enough points. I think he still has other units left. What the hell does he still have over there?
Discipline.
And why isn't he attacking me with it? I don't think I've seen... Oh, wait. We know it's got to be a commander because we've already seen that he's buffed his units with their increased ranged accuracy and momentum gains. Yeah, that's down. He took some explosion damage. Yeah, see, there he is. He's got a lieutenant with the Thunder Hammer and Inferno Pistol. Man, he is just loving those Inferno Pistols. Oh, he's got another Assault Marine back there, too. Why is he not attacking me with that?
There's more of them.
Alright, well, things are starting to turn up our direction here.
Whose day are we ruling today, sir?
I think we're just going to charge you all the way over. Alright, there is the Hellblasters. Actually, well, I'm worried that he's going to
Firing cannon.
charge through and try to capture my
Awaiting your
points.
orders.
I can shoot here. That's a 75%. Question is can I kill the lieutenant? Because that would be great. You shouldn't be able to jump any for at least another turn. Oh, come on, man, don't graze. There you go. Nice. Alright, so Terminators are down. He's got those guys. I actually think that's the last of his forces here. I could charge, but the Infernal Pistol will get an overwatch and they could get suppressed because it would kill somebody. So maybe I bring you over this way instead of across the top in case he decides to try to jump down. Get you over to here. Turn you so your rear is protected.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Have you flame there. Turn you again to protect your rear. Now, what are the chances
What next, sir?
of our tank commander surviving an attack, 2 attacks with a
Moving to the battle line.
lieutenant, multi-melta, and inferno pistol assault marine? I don't think very likely. But what I could do is attack here, and then that'll force the lieutenant to waste an attack on these assault marines.
Victory through discipline.
Let's see, I could start bringing you over here. But honestly, I may just want to have you in the center.
What next, sir?
I don't think there's any way I think this is going to be the last turn, right? Because that's what I have 60 points, 25. So even if he captures this point, oh, he's doing a strafing run. I didn't think he was going to do that. I mean, it still took one of his attacks up, but yeah. So there's 126. He's bringing those guys over. Inferno pistol attacks. I mean, they do 120 damage, so I mean, I don't know why he didn't attack with the lieutenant. I guess he just ended up giving up since he knew that he was going to end up losing there. But as you can see, took out a bunch of assault squads, assault terminators, land speeders, and hellblasters. Our tank commanders have excellent accuracy, so 96 and 84% respectively. Our commissars 100% melee accuracy. Lehman Russ, even with all those shots, had 72%. The armored sentinels have 100% because they are a flamer. Our Cadian shock troops had 100% accuracy in melee attacking that Terminator because they had a rear attack. That's the importance of getting the rear attacks, is it'll give you way increased damage and increased accuracy. The other Lehman Russ only had a 38% and a 46% accuracy, but they were also taking really long range shots that weren't meant to be taken with the loadout that I had. Saying that, we got exceptionally lucky on many damage rolls here, which allowed us to really take control of the situation here. And then our Cadian shock troop, who didn't get rear attacks, you can see only had a 75% accuracy and a 43% at range, which is not shocking here. So definitely did way better than we should have. There was so many damage rolls at 40 and 50% that we ended up landing that really worked out for us and allowed us to take out those Terminators. What I'd recommend to our opponent here is, yes, the Infernal pistols are really good, and as you saw, they can do 120 damage when you're doing an attack. But honestly, your chainswords are nothing to sneeze at either. And then you also have all those crack grenades, and in fact, on the left side of the screen, you used more crack grenades than you did the Inferno pistol attacks. So because of that, if you hadn't kitted everybody out with Inferno pistols, you would have had additional resources to be able to use the heavy plasma incinerators instead of the traditional plasma incinerator for your Hellblasters, and that would have allowed you to snipe out the tanks way easier and the Sentinels as well. Now, you went with a Lieutenant build, which I think is perfectly reasonable because you can double momentum gains. But the big thing is, he gave it the Thunderhammer, but just like most people who give him the Thunderhammer to the Lieutenant, you spend all this money into getting him to be an incredible damage dealer, but then you're scared to use him because he's your HQ commander, so then you just keep him in the back. So for the most part, if you're just going to use your HQ commander as a buffer, then don't spend the resources on the Thunderhammer. But if you're going to get them into the thick of it, then by all means it makes sense, because with that Thunderhammer he gets significant armor piercing, and then more importantly he also has significant splash damage, so it allows them to just clear out large amounts of units, and that's how you can use that to help you. Now if you want to do a heavy Terminator build, that definitely can work out very well. But just remember, when you do your deep strike, it does reduce your damage by 20, or the damage you deal by 25%. So if you want to really get the most bang for your buck, then you want to actually have a Sanguinary Priest with you, because if you use his battle boost, that'll increase the damage they do in melee by 25%, and that lasts for 2 turns. So not only do you nullify the debuff of the deep strike, but then the following turn, assuming they survive, they then have an additional 25% damage that they can do. Now, I think it makes way more sense to do Sanguinary Guards, though, especially if you're going to do a Lieutenant build, because then if you bring a Sanguinary Priest with you, you can double momentum gains, which then you can give them the Chalice, which will double their momentum gain, so I think it goes up to like 60 or 70, and then you end up giving them 25% damage, and then they have their ability, the Heirs of Ascalon or whatever it is, and if you, for every unit that you kill, you'll end up getting a chance to get AP back. So if you're going to be sniping down vehicles or infantry, Ogrins, things like that, then there's a chance you can get a double attack. And then if you give them the axes, that can allow them to almost one-shot down a Predator tank. If for sure it can, if you get rear attacks and good crits, and otherwise you can just do regular damage, which will be somewhere within the 250 to 300 damage. So you can get major damage potential. Now the one downside to that build is the vehicles explode and they do significant damage. So 2 or 3 vehicles exploding is enough to wipe out, do a squad wipe there. So you do have to be careful with that, but you know, with all your other assault infantry being around, they can throw some crack grenades, maybe you can pull them back to keep them alive. You can really cause a lot of nightmare movements there. So the Space Marines definitely have everything they need to hard counter the Astra Militarum, so you just have to decide what variant you want, whether it's a Hellblaster, whether it's an Assault Marine, is it Terminators. You just gotta decide what kind of kit you like best. And you know, the land speeders work great too. But you just kind of had like a half in, half out situation here, and then, you know, by spending, again, because you spent so much money on those Inferno pistols, it limited the amount of units you could bring. And then you also had well, you did have Terminators and you had Assault Marines way in the back for too long. I mean, you want to get those guys into the battle, into messing me up, because you just kind of did this piecemeal approach, which allowed me to snipe your Hellblasters, start taking down your land speeders, and then those are really meant to be your hit and run units, and you can do the hit and run tactics by locking me down with those melee units. But by not engaging with those, then it allowed me to just counter, even though I had the close range Lehman Russ variant with the Predator Punisher cannon. Because had you had everybody out there, I think there's a good chance you could have won, or at least stop me from being able to get such a definitive win at the very end there. But excellent job with the summoning in the Assault Marine. As you can see, with the Assault, you get that first charge attack, and then the following, once they're done with that action, they still have their action point there, so then you can buff them with their ability to get both increased damage to melee and their accuracy, and then that'll be enough to be able to totally take out a Commissar, as you can see here. So effectively that's going to allow them to HQ snipe you, assuming your Commissar is your HQ commanders, which is what I typically like to do, because I'm just worried about having the tank commander be the HQ, because 1, I always want him to be into combat, and 2, if he does do a Hellblaster Heavy Plasma Incinerator, then they can easily kill that vehicle, and then I've lost those points, as you could see happened once he started sniping out the Commissar there. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on how you can play against the Blood Angels here, especially on this map. Definitely use the fortifications to your advantage and try to get some kills. Now, as you can see, the Strafing Run, which is the tier 1 ability with the Blood Angels can do decent damage against the tanks, and then obviously it can squad wipe out those Cadians. So if there are guys that are obstructing your way, remember you can just totally nullify that by using a strafing run here. And likewise, be careful when you're playing the Astra Militarum, because you know one is going to be coming, because you're going to have your battle line set up, and so your guys are going to be globbed together, so grouped together I should say. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.